Hey, can we please stop saying that Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell cannot coexist? What's going on, folks? This is Coach Marcus, Pro Fan Talk, and we are back after the Indiana Fever defeated the Phoenix Mercury 98-89. Now, at one point in this game, Indiana had a 31-point lead. Now, if you've watched the Indiana Fever, you know Christy Sides does not do well with big leads. They had that big-ass lead in New York, and New York battled back. They won the game. Indiana won that game, but they had to battle to win that game. And it should have been that close. And she did the same thing today that she did a couple weeks ago. They were blowing the doors off of New York. And in the second half of the game, they want to drive the speed limit. And New York comes right back. And this one is the same way. They were blowing the doors off of Phoenix. They had the pace, they were running, and then all of a sudden in the third quarter, they slow down. And Kahleah Copper got hot, and they started going to Brittany Griner. Taurasi hit a couple of good shots, and they just chipped away, and before you know it, they had Phoenix had a 1-point lead. And it's like, you had a 31-point lead, and you screwed it up. How do they do that? They got their foot on the gas, and then all of a sudden in the second half, they want to drive the speed limit. You cannot do that. Put your foot on their neck and take them out. And for whatever reason, Christy Sides of her lineups just not good. Not good at all. Leave the squad in that got the lead. Christy Sides sometimes, it's almost like she's coaching like she's in a little league team where everybody has to play. If you're on a team, you get a chance to get in the game. And it's like, no, it doesn't have to be like that. Leave Kelsey Mitchell in the damn game. She is the best shooter on the team. It's not Caitlin Clark. It's Kelsey Mitchell. Leave her in the game. Caitlin Clark is going to demand attention, and she will get double teamed every time she touches the ball. That leaves Caitlin Clark open, or that leaves Kelsey Mitchell open and everybody else around. And she can cherry pick who she wants to get the ball to. But get the ball to Kelsey Mitchell, or get the ball down low to Aaliyah Boston. That's it. Katie Lou's going to hit hers every now and then. I do not want Nalissa Smith shooting three-pointers. That makes no sense. Get her down on the blocks to pound the paint and get to the glass, or she'll shoot an 8 to 10 mid-range jumper. That's it. That's as far as I want Nalissa Smith. Katie Lou, Lexi Hall, Erica Wheeler, she actually played good tonight. She had a good game tonight, but I don't even want her shooting threes. Caitlin Clark will demand attention for her ability to drive, and then she can dish off with her ability to pass. Let her do that, but get the ball to Aaliyah or Kelsey Mitchell. And every time they don't do that, they leave themselves in trouble. And that's exactly what they did in that third quarter. The first quarter, it was 33-16. Indiana was in their ass. And then Phoenix played a little bit better in the second period because that score was 21 apiece. Then they come out in the third, and Phoenix waxes them 28-19. Kahleah Copper went off in the third quarter. She woke up. She had dead legs in the first half. Second half, she woke up and brought the game close. And they finally, in the fourth quarter, they got it back together. But it shouldn't have got to that point. Keep your foot on the gas and keep doing what you got to do. Caitlin Clark should keep doing what she's doing. Caitlin Clark, there is no reason why she shouldn't have at least one more triple-double before the regular season is over with. All she's got to do is concentrate on pick a game, and you can just tell yourself, I'm going to get rebounds this game. You already know she's going to get the assists. You already know she's going to get the points. She can get double-digit points in her sleep. The assists, everybody was catching the assists today. Everybody was catching the passes. And she had 10 assists. She ended up with 5 rebounds. So she can make that happen. She can get another triple-double, possibly 2. but they finally got their rest. They finally looked like they know what they were doing in the first half. Christy Sides has got to change up these damn lineups in the second half and fully understand that everybody doesn't have to play. You do not have to sit Kelsey Mitchell on the bench. Kelsey Mitchell should not come off the court until she says she wants to come off the court. Kahleah Clark should not come off the court until she says she needs to come off the court. Coach, I need a blow. She's already proven she can play 40 minutes. Kelsey Mitchell had Aaliyah Boston, 33 minutes. Kelsey Mitchell, 37. Kahleah Clark, 36. Nalissa Smith, 28. Katie Lou, 22. Dantas, 10. Erica Wheeler, 15. Lexi Hull, 19. Lexi Hull played pretty decent defense today, and then she was 2 for 3 from deep. So everybody got in the game. Everybody on Indiana scored points. Everybody was hitting shots. In the first half, Kahleah Copper couldn't buy a basket. And she was getting open looks. She was doing her thing, creating space, breaking ankles, step backs, all of that. Kahleah Copper was doing Kahleah Copper things. Her shot just wasn't falling. And in the second half, then they started to fall. That's the difference. Everybody was making their shots. Nalissa Smith was making her shots. Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Kahleah Clark. Kahleah Clark was 4 for 11 from 3. Kelsey Mitchell was 6 for 13 from 3. 11 for 22. Kelsey Mitchell was 50% from the floor. Kahleah Clark was 50% from the floor. So as a team, Indiana shot 45%, 46 really, 45.9. And they shot 38% from 3. Phenomenal. They only had 10 turnovers to the Phoenix 11. So much better game. Out rebounded 16 to 23. They out rebounded Phoenix. So I don't want to hear nothing else about Kelsey Mitchell not being able to play with Kahleah Clark. They can play together because Kahleah Clark has now established that she is a passer first, even though she still passes up shots. I wish she wouldn't do that, but she does. She passes up shots that she shouldn't pass up. But good start, especially after seeing what happened to Chicago the other night. They got to figure out what the situation with Kennedy Carter and try to get that fixed. Because Kennedy Carter is the best player on the Chicago Sky. It is not Angel Reese. You need somebody that can create. You need somebody that can pass. You need somebody that can steal. You need somebody that can make shots. Angel Reese can't do that. Yes, she got another double-double, but they lost by 20. Kennedy Carter is the X factor for Chicago. Don't get it twisted. So Indiana looked good. Phoenix, they looked a little bit tired. It looked like the fatigue was catching up with them, but hey, it is what it is. So the Fever just advanced another spot into this playoff race. And now the big question is, if they do make the playoffs, and I think they will, what does that mean for Christy Sides for next year? Do they keep Christy Sides? How far does she have to go in the playoffs before she's a legitimate candidate to come back next year for Indiana? So we'll see what happens. Indiana looked good tonight. Phoenix looks like they're running out of gas. They just need to recharge and get a couple days rest. But Kahleah Clark was on fire tonight. And that's what they're going to have to keep going. And her and Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston, they are the big three for the Indiana Fever. And they are going to carry Indiana into the playoffs.